Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm an advisor for the Nappy Lady, and I'm going to talk you through some of the benefits of using cloth nappies. For more information on this or anything else, if you visit the articles and info section on our website, there's far more information there. The first benefit of using cloth nappies is the reliability of them. Many people think if they use a cloth nappy, it's going to leak more than a disposable. This is actually untrue. A good cloth nappy system keeps in leaks a lot more. This is because you've got two layers. You've got an outer wrap and you've got an inner nappy. So if anything gets past the inner nappy, you've still got a second layer to protect baby's clothes. With a disposable nappy, because of what it is, it's a disposable product, the elastic around the waist isn't as strong as a reusable cloth nappy. So you do tend to hear of sort of poo going up the back of up to baby's neck and down the legs with the disposable, and that really does happen. With a cloth nappy system, that's quite rare. Second benefit about cloth nappies is financial benefit. It's very difficult to sort of quantify exactly how much a disposable nappy system would cost you, purely because it alters the length of time that baby's in there. As an average, we estimate that a baby would go through 5,500 nappies in 2.5 years, and this would cost on average £800. If you use a premium brand such as Pampers or Huggies, this is going to cost you more, or if you use an economy brand, this will cost you less. A good cloth nappy system can vary between if you use Terry Squares, probably about £150, to a shape nappy system, £400 or £500. But even with a cloth nappy system, if you only use it on one child, you are going to make a saving. If you have subsequent children, you're going to save even more money. I've used the same cloth nappies on my first child. Second one came along, I used exactly the same ones again. I didn't buy anything else at all, expecting my third one, and the same nappies are going to be used again. So I'm going to have put 3 children through cloth nappies for a cost of about £400. There is an ongoing cost with cloth nappies because you do need to launder them. But this cost is estimated to be about £33 a year, and that was estimated by the Women's Environmental Network, and that allows for washing, detergent and electricity. So even taking into account these costs, you're still going to save a substantial amount of money. Another benefit to cloth nappies is the health of baby. When you first have a newborn baby, particularly if you're breastfeeding, it's always a worry whether your milk's come through properly, is the baby getting enough, are they fully hydrated. With a disposable nappy, because the nappy is so dry, you just can't tell how much they've weed. With a good cloth nappy system, you can feel how wet it is, so you know if your milk's coming through and if they're fully hydrated. This was really reassuring to me as a new mum, that I knew my babies were feeding properly. In the summer as well, it's always a worry if you're breastfeeding, especially whether they're fully hydrated. If you're in a hot country, if you're on holiday, you just don't know if you need to up their fluid a bit more. When the children were in disposables, I just couldn't tell, but whenever they were in my cloth nappies, I could just see how wet they were. That way, if I knew I did the nappy change when it was due and I found the nappy was still quite dry, I knew I needed to up their fluid, whereas if it was normal, wet as normal, then I was quite happy that they were fully hydrated. Nappy rash is a big health concern. Many people think that if they're going to use cloth nappies, that baby's going to get nappy rash. This really is a myth. Using cloth nappies does not cause nappy rash. There's a huge amount of information on nappy rash and its true causes on our website, far too much for me to go through here now. But I will note that university research has shown that it doesn't matter what type of nappy you use, cloth or disposable, it doesn't make any difference to the incidence of severe nappy rash. Another health concern has been the rise in hip dysplasia and other spinal injuries. Paediatric specialists in the USA actually believe this could be down to the lack of padding and support that a disposable nappy offers, particularly as they're always getting slimmer and less padding in them because they now rely on chemicals more than tree pulp. A good cloth nappy system is bulkier than a disposable one, but this allows a much softer landing, particularly if you've got wooden floors with the child that's learning to walk. It's much softer when they fall back down again. And also with a newborn, it helps stabilise their hips and keeps them in the correct position, so another great benefit to them. Comfort is an anecdotal, quite difficult to quantify really if this is how much of a benefit it is. But with older children we've come across, they've actually sort of specified a preference to their cloth nappy if sort of they've got the disposables or cloth ones, because they're softer, and we had one little girl always asking for her teddy nappy rather than the disposable ones. Another benefit is toilet training. The average age for a child to potty train now is 2.5, and this has gone up over time since disposables have come about, maybe because it keeps baby feeling drier. A cloth nappy, baby feels wetter, and they learn the link much quicker between bladder release and a wet nappy, and that's the first step in toilet training. And the final benefit I'm going to talk about is an environmental benefit, and this is often the one people think of first when they think of cloth nappies. And so the average baby goes to about 5,500 nappies, and disposables that will all go to landfill. There are some disposables on the market which are counted as eco-disposables and claim to biodegrade, but if in the UK you send your disposable nappies, eco ones or standard ones, put them out in your normal rubbish bin, they won't biodegrade in a landfill site. There's far more information on this again on our website. Environmentally, there is an impact from using cloth nappies. There might not be anything going to landfill, but you will be using water and electricity, detergent to wash and to dry them. However, the latest report for the Environmental Agency that came out in 2008 actually states that cloth nappies can be up to 40% better for the environment in terms of their carbon footprint than a disposable. This is because as the user at home, you're in far more control about what you do with your nappies. You no longer have to boil wash them, so you're not doing hot washes anymore. Having an energy efficient machine that will bring down your environmental impact, using the correct amount of detergent, ideally not tumble drying but line drying or air drying, and also reusing the nappies, be it on future children for yourself or selling them on or giving them to friends, will again lower the impact. For more information, visit our articles and info section on our website.